Hello and welcome to this edition of Shawnee Extra, a news program that provides information about Shawnee High School to the viewing audience of Lenape Regional High School District. I'm Olivia Tagliato, joined by Dylan Tollefson.
Mr. Rotundo and the Shawnee Jazz Band work hard every year to maintain the title of being one of the best bands in not only the state, but also in the country. Jack Bisbee had a chance to speak with Mr. Rotundo and one of the band's best musicians. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Jack Bisbee, reporting for Shawnee Extra. Every year, the Shawnee Jazz Band is a great and successful program in which students get to express their musical talents through various showcases and competitions. I got a chance to speak with Mr. Rotundo, the director of the Jazz Band, and one of the star students of the ensemble.
Jazz Ensemble is a class that meets every day during the school day. It's a class you can take for credit to fulfill your fine arts credit. And basically, it's made up of saxophones, trumpets, trombones, and our rhythm section, which consists of piano, guitar, bass, and drums.
The jazz band's basically made up of probably the best musicians at Shawnee because you have to audition to get in. So there's a B band and an A band. So A band meets during school every day, and we also practice after school at least once a week. And then later in the season, we go to competitions around the district.
At practice, again, we work on some of the finer details of music. We'll work on phrasing, dynamics. It falls upon the students more to work on the notes and getting the rhythms down on their own, and they come take it to practice, and that's where we work on bouncing and blending the music and phrasing it and how to teach how to play it in the jazz idiom. We also work on improvisation, and we get our rhythm section and our winds really locking together to create the music to the best they possibly can.
Mr. Rotundo helps Jazz Band a lot. He dedicates a lot of time and puts a lot of time into working with us. He's spending his time after school practicing with us too and trying to make sure that we sound good.
My whole goal with Jazz Band, I want them to become better musicians. It's very easy to get caught up in the competitive side of things, but my main thing is I wanted to make them better musicians so that their technique and their ability improves, and I want to give them a nice foundation that they really enjoy listening to jazz and playing jazz so that they'll continue to play when they leave Shawnee.
As you can see, the Shawnee Jazz Band is on track to have another amazing year. I'd like to thank Mr. Rotundo and Kayla Adornetto for speaking with me. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Jack Bisbee. Now back to the news desk.
The Shawnee girls basketball team has worked hard all season to improve their skills, and they have done a fantastic job becoming one of the best teams in South Jersey. Ben Longjohn had the opportunity to speak with Mrs. McGovern, the head coach, as well as the team captain to discuss their past season. Let's see what Shawnee basketball is all about.
Hi, I'm Ben Longjohn reporting with Shawnee Extra. The girls basketball team had an exciting season, making it all the way to the Group 4 championship. I had the opportunity to speak with the head coach, Ms. McGovern, and one of the team captains, Amanda Morello, to see their long journey to the top.
It's been an exciting start so far. We started out playing one of the top teams in South Jersey this year, came out with a 14-point win, and have been doing really well this year.
We have some great outside shooters. Jen Byrne and Nicola both really take those outside shots. We can communicate, which really does unsettle some of the other teams. We all just try to take those higher percentage shots like layups, really moving the ball, getting to look inside, but just making it back to states is our main goal. We're more fundamental. We really know how to take care of the ball. Sometimes we throw crazy passes, but other than that, we really just know how to play well together and just support each other. No matter if you miss a layup or miss a shot, we'll always come back and get a good defensive stop, which really helps us.
I have a couple other, responsibilities as far as basketball is concerned. There's a lot of paperwork involved. There's a lot of scouting involved, prepping our girls for, opponents. I also try to work with college coaches and helping our girls as far as recruitment is concerned. We actually have a lot of girls that wind up playing college basketball. We have one from last year playing, and we're actually going to have a handful this year of seniors that are going to be playing in college. So, and that's one of the biggest things is at the high school level, preparing these girls to be able to play at the next level, which we have a great deal of girls that do.
The Shawnee's girls basketball team is a great group of girls that dominate the court every day. Although they had a tough loss in the Group 4 championship, they managed to come up on top and become the NJSIAA tournament champions. I'd like to thank Ms. McGovern and Amanda for speaking with us. Now for Shawnee Extra, I'm Ben Longjohn. Now back to the studio.
Shawnee Extra is a professional grade news program brought to you by Shawnee students. Olivia Vitagliano brings you a behind-the-scenes view of the intricate class project.
Hello, I'm Olivia Vitagliano reporting for Shawnee Extra. Every year, Ms. Bristone's Tech TV2 classes create exciting news packages featuring events in Shawnee. I had a chance to speak with Ms. Bristone and student Dylan Tollefson about the project and production.
Shawnee Extra is a student-based, student-created news package program where myself, along with other students in the program, TV Technology 2, can go out and they can shoot events that are going on in our school currently. And it kind of educates the public about what's going on at Shawnee.
News package production is part of our curriculum in the Technology 2 year, and I think above all, students learning how to tell a good visual story is critical to success in this business.
Well, the first step in the production process is sending very professional emails to who you're interviewing, because you want them to know the date, the time, when you want to interview them. And after that, you can start working on your script and developing your questions for the interviews. And you can also go out and shoot the B-roll footage that's required, shots of the activity itself. Once you have all the footage, you compile it all together, and we send it out to LDTV for them to approve, and that's Shawnee Extra.
Shawnee Extra brings advanced news production to the public through the hard work of its students. Shawnee Extra can be viewed on ShawneeTV.com or LDTV. I would like to thank Ms. Bristone and Dylan Tollefson for speaking to us. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Olivia Vitagliano, now back to the studio.
Shawnee Wrestling has been a successful program at Shawnee. Brian Dunn spoke with the coach of the team, Thomas Mann, and wrestler Dylan Hunt about the sport.
Hello, I'm Brian Dunn, reporting for Shawnee Extra. I'm excited to talk to you about the wrestling team. Wrestling is a good way to improve individual goals. Today I've had the opportunity of speaking with Mr. Mann, the wrestling coach, and Dylan Hunt, the team captain, about wrestling.
My name is Tom Mann, and I am the head coach of the Shawnee High School wrestling team.
My name is Dylan Hunt, and I'm captain of the Shawnee wrestling team.
I love being a coach. It's there's a lot of satisfaction that comes with it. You know, I love working with the guys on the team, and you know, it's good. I like it.
Shawnee Wrestling is an elite group of wrestlers who work hard at what they do.
This year, the Shawnee wrestling team is made up of a lot of freshmen and sophomores. We only have 2 juniors, and I believe it's 6 seniors that we have on the team. So we're a little bit young as far as experience is concerned, but we, you know, are a team that's learning and trying to continually improve.
It's a lot of practice where you just got to push yourself. A lot of hard work involved and dedication, and it keeps you in shape at the same time.
Well, you got to be willing to work hard. You have to be mentally tough, because like I said, when you go out there to wrestle in a match, it's just you by yourself. So, you know, that puts you on an island, that puts you out for everyone to see. There's no place to hide. So I really think mental toughness is one of the key components of being a good wrestler, but absolutely physical conditioning is another huge part of it.
The wrestling team hosts many competitions throughout the season. I would like to thank Mr. Mann and Dylan Hunt for speaking with me. I'm Brian Dunn. Now back to the studio.
The bowling club has had a fantastic season this year, going undefeated and winning the Olympic Conference Patriot Division. Chase Morello had the opportunity to talk to the head coach, Mr. Franks, and Liam Umbastian about the team.
Hello, I'm Chase Morello, reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Shawnee bowling team provides a fun way for students to compete with each other. I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Mr. Franks and one of his students about the program.
My name is Mr. Franks, and I'm the head coach of both the boys and girls bowling teams here at Shawnee. And this year we had close to 60 kids on the bowling team, and you know, people from all skill levels, and guys that average over 200 down to people that are just starting out and shooting 70 every time they come out. I bowled as a little kid, but I didn't really start bowling, I guess, the right way until I started coaching here at Shawnee. I got my own ball and tried to start figuring it out. I think my favorite thing about the bowling team is just the camaraderie that all of the kids have. You know, whether it's the boys team, the girls team, practice squad, varsity. Overall, I think both teams have been doing well this season.
I'm Liam. I'm a JV bowler for the Shawnee Bowl Pack. The bowling team is a it's a growing community of people interested in bowling. I joined the bowling team to socialize with new, interesting people. Mr. Franks, probably one of the best coaches. He's a nice man, very professional at what he does. Practices I wouldn't say are difficult. They are more laid back. We have fun.
I've been having fun with it the last, I guess it's my 5th year coaching, and having a blast, and having Mr. Stone as an assistant coach this year has been great as well. So team seems to be getting better, and hopefully I get to do it for a long time.
The Shawnee bowling team has had a wonderful season this year and will return next year to try and take the championship. I would like to thank Mr. Franks and his students for talking to me about the program. For Shawnee TV, I'm Chase Morello, bringing you back to the news desk.
The newspaper club works hard to bring news of the latest events and stories to our school. Dylan Robideau had the opportunity to speak with Miss Amy, an advisor of the club, and Abby Meyer, an editor of the club, to find out how these stories are put together.
Hello, I'm Dylan Robideau reporting for Shawnee Extra. Newspaper Club meets every week in order to put together our school newspaper, the Renegade Report. I had the opportunity to speak with Miss Amy, the club advisor, and Abby Meyer, one of the editors, about the club.
My name is Rebecca Amy, and I work at Shawnee High School, and I am the advisor for the newspaper club. I've been the advisor for about 5 years now. The thing that I feel is most important to achieve in the newspaper club is that students learn how to write, how to put a presentation together, how a newspaper is produced from beginning to end. I want students to understand each job that it takes to make a newspaper and publish a newspaper.
I'm Abby Meyer. I'm co-editor of the newspaper club with Hannah Brown, and we basically get together once a week and we write articles that come out about 4 or 5 times a year. Well, we meet after schools on Monday, and then we kind of go over article ideas and basically see what comes from that, and then we can write a little bit if we have time.
The Renegade Report's main thing and slogan is for the students, by the students. And so we try to cover things that are most interesting to them, and we take as many pictures as we can so that we can get their faces in the newspaper.
I got to meet Miss Amy and Mr. H, and they're great, and we just kind of have a good time.
Everybody's into television and everybody is into the computers, and people need to know about the written style of media too.
The newspaper club helps to inform everybody about the cool activities and events that go on at Shawnee High School every day. Remember to keep an eye out for the Renegade Report so you can hear about those stories yourself. I'd like to thank Miss Amy and Abby Meyer for speaking with me. I'm Dylan Robideau, now back to the studio.
Olivia Prowse had the opportunity to speak with the Animal Welfare Club. Let's see what they're up to this year.
I'm Olivia Prowse reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Animal Welfare Club gives a voice to animals who are hurt or in need. I had an opportunity to talk to Miss Spirit and a few of her students in her program.
The Animal Welfare Club is a service-oriented club that focuses on the welfare of animals and raising awareness of the animals in animal shelters and those who are in foster homes, and just letting people know that there are animals out there in need of a home. Depending on the semester, depending on what event we're holding, we kind of take a vote on what organization we're helping out at the time. My favorite part about the club is the fact that there are so many students in this school who love animals, and there are so many students in this school who want to do something to help them.
I'm Amanda Prowse, and I'm a student advisor for the club. The Animal Welfare Club is a club at Shawnee that helps us interact with different animals and plans different events.
A student should join the Animal Welfare Club first if they have a love and a passion for animals. It's a perfect club for them. Second, it is a service club. It's a volunteer club. A lot of information about volunteering locally in animal facilities comes through our club and is distributed to the club members. So even though it might not be organized through our club, they can take it upon themselves and learn more about possible volunteer opportunities in the area.
The year, the Animal Welfare Club holds many fundraisers and events to help out all these little animals. I would like to thank Miss Spirit and her students for speaking with us. For Shawnee TV, I'm Olivia Prowse. Now back to the news desk.
The Shawnee boys swimming team works hard every day to prepare for their meets. Bailey Tackett had the opportunity to speak with the team captain Scott Tyrell and a team member Tyler Early. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Bailey Tackett reporting for Shawnee Extra.
Shawnee's swim team works hard every day to ensure they're ready for every meet and challenge that comes into place. I had the opportunity to speak with a few athletes in the program.
It's basically just a group of guys that just get together and just swim and just have fun, and you just practice all the time. But you get to meet so many people, and you get to have so many friends.
Yeah, this year we had a great team. We had a lot of really strong freshmen come out this year, and generally you can tell how good your season is based on PowerPoints. Every year you can convert every person's time in a meet to a certain score that's standardized throughout all of South Jersey swimming, or all of New Jersey swimming. And so based on those PowerPoints, you can see how strong of a team you are. And so this was our second strongest year we've ever had.
Last year I did the 200 IM most of the time and most of the relays. This year I'm doing most of the relays and a little bit of 2 IM, so I'm pretty happy with where I am.
Shawnee boys swim season starts earlier than most winter sports. It starts November 15th and runs about to the end of February. And so we practice 5 days a week. We have a rotating practice schedule. So we either practice at BCC with an early practice or a late practice, or we practice over at Fort Dix, or also BCSS in Lumberton.
We practice basically every day for it's only 2 hours, and then we just have fun with it, and it's pretty hectic though.
So we've had several swimmers go on and swim in D1 schools. Actually, in the past few years, we had at least one swimmer from the past few classes, and we're continuing that tradition this year as well.
Just start whatever year you are. It doesn't matter if you're sophomore, junior, freshman, whatever you want to be. Just come in and you'll have a blast with it.
I'd like to congratulate the Shawnee boys swimming team, especially John Burkett on winning the state championship for the 100-meter butterfly. I'd like to thank Scott Tyrell and Coach O'Neill for interviewing with me. I'm Bailey Tackett, now back to the studio.
The Iron Devils robotics team competes in competitions every year and builds amazing robots. Matt Mathis is here to tell us more about it.
Hi, I'm Matt Mathis reporting for Shawnee Extra. I had the opportunity to go take an inside look into the robotics meetings and competitions to find out what they do behind the scenes.
My job on the robotics team is to help make sure that the students are on task, that they are learning new skills through their engineering experiences, working with our mentors, and making sure that the robot's getting done on time and safely so that they can make it to their competitions. Robotics here in Lenape Regional High School District is part of the FIRST program, which is for the inspiration and recognition of science and technology. It is an international competition where students build robots of various sizes from K through high school. We pull stuff from obviously engineering and science and math, but we're also bringing in stuff from business classes and English, so students who write business plans and write essays for awards and to get sponsorships. So there's a whole host of different materials and things that students learn in school that we bring together in this program.
I'm on the electrical sub-team. I wire the robot after mechanical is done building it. Say it taught me how to wire. Learned a little bit of mechanical on FTC. I'd say anybody in robotics has a future career in the engineering fields or anything else. It's offered me a bunch of scholarships.
Here at Robotics, we try to teach the students a lot of different things. There's certainly the technical skills, learning how to build and work with the wood shop, learning how to wire, use tools, program in Java, and all of those various things. The students do a critical design review every February where we go to Lockheed Martin and they give a presentation to professional engineers and other teams and VIPs where they explain their entire thought process for their design of their robot for that year. And our students get a chance to do it as high school students.
Whether it be the robots they build from the ground up or the challenges they compete in, the robotics team always rises to face the challenges they've been met with. I'd like to thank Doc Jones and Matt Fenimore for speaking with me. I'm Matt Mathis reporting for Shawnee Extra. Now back to the studio.
The cast of Shawnee's all-school musical, Oklahoma, have been working hard this year to put on a fantastic show. Dylan Tollefson had the opportunity to interview some of the people involved. Let's see what they had to say.
Hi, I'm Dylan Tollefson reporting for Shawnee Extra. The students involved in Shawnee's all-school musical are constantly working hard to create amazing shows. Every year, the audience is amazed by the cast's ability to perform complex choreography, realistic acting, and singing. I had the opportunity to sit down and speak to the director, Mrs. Keel, and a cast member, David Thomas, to talk about the show. Let's see what they had to say.
I love Oklahoma. Most people weren't too fond of it when it was first announced, but I've gotten to know the show previously.
It's basically a love story between the two main characters, Laurie and Curly, who grew up together, and they have this relationship where they sort of tease each other all the time, and it kind of takes the progression of the show for them to realize they're in love.
A lot of hard work goes into making a great show. You need to have persistence. You need to be hardworking, dedicated.
We rehearse every day from about right after school, about 2:30 to either 4 or 5 o'clock, depending on what we're doing that day.
A lot of fun happens at rehearsals. I mean, the main thing is you're around your friends, so a bit of goofing off goes on, but that doesn't stop us from having a great show.
This is my 8th year at Shawnee, and I would say my 7th year as director.
I've been involved in the school musical all 4 years of high school. I've learned how to work with my peers. I've learned how to act professional in a very professional situation. We're a family. That's all there is to say about that.
Every year, Shawnee's all-school musical excites the audience with the amount of talent and determination that goes into every show. Be on the lookout for some of these performers going on to bigger productions in the near future. I'd like to thank Mrs. Keel and David Thomas for speaking with us. For Shawnee Extra, I am Dylan Tollefson, now sending it back to the studio.
The Shawnee technical crew works hard making sure everything is connected and running smoothly to put on flawless shows. Katie Carr had the opportunity to speak to advisor Mr. Pistone and one of the student technical directors, Justin O'Donnell, to find out more. Hi, I'm Katie Carr reporting for Shawnee Extra. Along with the stage crew and the cast, there's a third piece of the puzzle to Shawnee stage productions. The tech crew works hard not only for the drama and musical, but also through every fashion show, assembly, and chorus concert. I got the chance to speak to a student technical director, Justin O'Donnell, and the advisor, Mr. Pistone, to find out more.
Tech crew is in charge of all of the technical parts of our drama and musical productions here at Shawnee.
It could be miking a band, it could be working with an orchestra, it could be working with vocalists, and all of the lighting that goes along with the staging.
The process of a stage production for us is a lot different than you might expect from an actor or a person building props in the stage crew. We are able to sort of go with the show and the script and create our own script of what lights might look like and what our audio cues should be looking like, so that we know what microphones should be going on when, which person gets which microphone.
We would be running a critical mic check, making sure that all of the audio equipment is working flawlessly. We focus and make sure that everything is working, and that we're hitting all of our cues and everything, all systems are go.
There's a lot of communication involved, a lot of different jobs that need to get done.
It's a whole lot of programming and sequencing events ahead of time so that when there's a live audience, everything runs smoothly.
As you can see, the Shawnee tech crew works hard on making sure all productions run smoothly. I'd like to thank Justin O'Donnell and Mr. Pistone for speaking to us. I'm Katie Carr, sending it back to the news desk. Jimmy Freeze had a chance to speak with Coach Joe Kessler and the couple star players of the Shawnee boys basketball team about their success this year. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Freeze reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Shawnee boys basketball team have been doing very well this season. Under longtime head coaching of Joe Kessler, they've had many great years here. I had the opportunity to speak with Coach Kessler and a few star players of the team.
This is my 27th year here at Shawnee. I mean, we've been very successful. We've won 5 state championships, 10 South Jersey championships, and 18 league championships, including 1 Tournament of Champions. And we've been ranked 5 times in USA Today, 5 times in the nation. So the history has been very good. I've had a lot of great players. My coaching staff has been awesome, and it's just great to have the guys that have played in the past to come back and be still part of the program and feel like that they've really contributed and helped us the success that we've had so far.
The team's main goal always going into the season is to win a South Jersey championship. Shawnee basketball has won many championships in the past. It's part of the tradition here, so expect nothing less than that. And then obviously if we can make a state championship run, that's the ultimate goal. But
in practice, everyone gives it their all. Captains Alec, Coop, and Sam pushing us through every drill. The coaches got music playing, everything's good, upbeat tempo.
My favorite part about coaching is just being with the kids, taking them in the beginning of the season, molding them, making them a better team and a better person.
Got close with some of these guys over the past few years, and it's a great experience to hang out with them, be a part of the team, win games.
The Shawnee boys basketball team have always been a strong-willed team thanks to countless hours on the court and in the classroom. I'd like to thank Coach Joe Kessler and the players for speaking with me. For Shawnee TV, I'm Jimmy Freeze. Back to the studio.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Shawnee Extra. Be sure to join us next time for updates on everything Shawnee High School. From all of us here at Shawnee TV, see you next time.